Alright, so here we are at our bail office, and today we're going to be doing the bail office bounties. They are currently on double money and double RP, and quadruple money and quadruple RP if you have GTA Plus. So we're going to be doing some of the standard targets and the priority target to see about how long they all take, how much money we can make from each, and about how much we'll make per hour. So before we do that, however, if you want to see more videos like this, or more GTA Online tips, tricks, and walkthroughs, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. It helps the channel out a great deal, and it'll help you get more content like this in the future. So let's go ahead and have a seat and get started with the bounties. Alright, so with GTA Plus, we're going to be getting about 140 plus K per bounty, which is nice. You can do 3 of these every 48 minutes. So I actually recommend doing these first before going to the priority target, because these may reset while you're doing the priority target. You don't want to miss out. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. Let's start with this one. Alright, so here we are at the pier, which is where their hideout is. I'm just going to go ahead and come in here. I think it's just right over here. that's 3 targets delivered. Now that one did take us a little bit longer than the other 2, and that's just because of how much further we had to travel. But on average, even with travel time, this should take you around 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started on the priority file. Alright, so these 2 are basically the same ones we already did. So that's going to the Duggan hideout and finding the guy, and this is going to the Lost MC clubhouse and finding the girl. And then this one was obviously the crashed prison bus. There are 2 other missions that I can remember. No, 3 other missions that I can remember. There is the one where you have to stop the bank robber, so he's in the process of robbing a bank. You go in, you grab him. Then there's the one where you have to grab, you go and hack the camera feed and find the guy that way. And then the third one is the rich lady. You go to her house, blow up her stuff, and then she'll come out and surrender. So those are the only, there might be more. Those are the 3 that I remember. Again, the one that honestly takes the longest is the one we just did, which is the prison bus one, and that's just because that's usually up in the Sandy Shores or Paleto Bay area. So it just takes a little bit longer to get there, and then a little bit longer to get back with the slow bail in. But other than that, they're all pretty simple and pretty easy. And this week with 2 times money, I would say they're definitely worth doing. If you have GTA Plus, you're getting 4 times money like I am. They're 100% worth doing because they take like no time at all, and they'll be about the same time to do as dispatch work, but they're paying a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to move on to the priority file. So this week's priority, or today's priority file is the O'Neill file. This is actually the worst one. This one takes the longest, and this is one I normally would not do at all. Like, I did the first time, and I would never repeat it, just because it's the most annoying. But since it's worth 520 grand, we're going to definitely do it. And I would recommend doing all the priority bounties this week. If you don't have GTA Plus and they're worth 250k, it's still worth it. And with the regular bounties, you'll make with GTA Plus around 450k every 48 minutes from doing them all. And if you don't have GTA Plus, you're going to make around Some weapons. We can go upstairs and grab our clothes if we want to. If you definitely want to come in here and grab the other stuff, that's the bonus loot for this one. Most of the priority bounties have a bonus objective that you can get where it gives you like an extra bonus, usually 5k. I think right now it'll be triple that, so that should actually be, or quadruple that rather, so it should be 20k with GTA Plus and 10k without. So now what we need to do is we need to find our way out of here. So what we're doing is we're looking for, there's a gun, so that's good. So grab that. So we're looking for the keys. The keys are typically, awesome. So there's keys right here, so that makes life a lot easier. Now we can unlock the doors and get out of here. Normally the keys are upstairs, or traditionally I've shown them upstairs, but they can be anywhere, as you can see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run around the back of the building and find the barn, and we're going to grab our weapons. So we should be right over here. And there we go. So now we have our weapons back. We don't really need to find our clothes. We'll be giving our clothes back once the mission's over. And it doesn't really make a difference. So now what we need to do is we need to take out all of the O'Neills that are here. So I'm going to come over here. So find them. There we go. Take cover. So there's the priority target, there's the target on our map, so we're going to go ahead over there, and we do have to take out the rest of the O'Neills before we can grab him, so you're going to want to do that real quick. Very, very important is if you accidentally shoot the target, and you can do this on the regular ones too, on the regular bounties too, but it's really not as worth it, in my opinion, but if you accidentally shoot the target, you can either find the new invite-only session and restart the mission, or you can just get yourself killed and then restart the mission that way and still get paid the full amount. Go ahead and secure him. Why is it not doing it? There we go. Alright, and then we just gotta take him back to the bail office and we're done. Alright, and that's that. So, again, that one did take a little bit longer, just because of how far you have to drive all the way to Sandy Shores, and then all the way back from Grapeseed in the entire time. It just makes it a little more annoying. But, we still made 520k for doing that, plus an extra 20k for doing the bonus objective. So yeah, all in 540k, that is about 10 minutes. I would say that's pretty solid. Alright, so there you have it. We did 3 standard targets and the priority target. The standard targets we got paid out for 400k and we get 50k plus. So you got about half that plus and we get 520k from the priority target. So just under $1 million in about 5 minutes total, which is pretty good. I wish you could do more than just 3 targets in 48 minutes, but still, this is about the same speed as doing dispatch work and doing GTA Plus, or GTA Plus, this is still definitely worth doing for this week.